Good afternoon.
Yes.
How are we doing? You good?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good to hear. I finally have my room back together, which I'm very pleased to see. We're decorated.
Oh, nice. It's decent.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice,
Pretty
good.
fresh.
Yeah, glad to be back in. What a week last week as well.
Oh, for sure. That was an interesting week.
Right?
Yeah.
Election, the aftermath. That is topic of conversation today, the aftermath. So, I mean, look, it was kind of pretty predictable. I mean, look, I'm not one for trading the news event itself, but it kind of played out exactly as we planned it, didn't we?
Yeah. It was actually spot on. It was quite obvious that Trump was going to win, especially if you're looking at, decentralized media and you see where the truth is at, and you're not looking at the typical media platforms like BBC or CNN, whatever. So he won, and he won by a lot when you look at the numbers.
Yeah,
so that's quite interesting. But it's only just started. So yeah, dollar strength is happening, but the dollar weakness, what we anticipated leading up to dollar strength, also played out. So that was a good forecast.
You won as well, I saw.
Yeah.
Your position came in, didn't it?
TP here. I haven't even checked. It was a paper trade. I'll look at it real quick.
All I know is mine hit my stop loss.
Yeah, I thought I was aiming for your stop. Whoa! All right, I'm gonna be. I have to then, brother. Sorry, camera's there. Yeah, I'm recovering from COVID or whatever.
Oh, you know? Oh,
yeah.
No.
This is one
What
of
a nightmare! What a nightmare!
Yeah.
Welcome, Lawrence. How you doing, buddy? Good to have you back, as always. Right. Should we? Where did we place the trades? We placed them on your side, didn't we?
We placed them on one each. I think you placed your one, so you can share that real quick just to cover it, and then we can plan a new trade for next week, and we can obviously cover what the aftermath is going to be after the elections. So yeah, it should be quite interesting.
So I'll show you. Let me just jump onto my charts quickly. So mine didn't really do anything at all, sadly. Sadly, it did not. And we haven't even started moving back up yet. I'm just 2 seconds, just while I load these charts up, because I've got a barking puppy outside my door.
Beautiful trade on my side. So where he got stopped out, that was literally my TP. But overall, I do see Euro climbing once the DXY reverses. It's just a matter of time. It's going to be fluctuating.
Yeah. So yeah, I got firmly stopped out. So we were in a little bit of profit. First day or so. And then sadly, we just got firmly stopped out.
Yeah.
One of them. A bit of fun, wasn't it?
Literally. And I had an order on my actual master account, and it missed it by a bit. So I never really made anything. The paper trade was great because it was the market order with a wide stop, but unfortunately, it never triggered me in.
To be fair, the overall market was relatively bearish anyway. We had this sort of pullback, and then obviously the news injected a load of kind of bearish influence into the marketplace. So it's one of them. I'll hop on my chart quickly. Let's have a look at yours. Yours should be nice.
I can't seem to find it. Was it a wonder?
I'm not sure. We did it. We definitely did it on a different broker feed.
Okay.
So today, guys, whilst Diego's loading up his charts, what we're going to be discussing today is kind of the aftermath. What is next for the marketplace? And it's the way I'm kind of looking at it is just like any other news event, really. The fundamentals of the marketplace, they provide the higher time frame direction. That's the best way to look at it, is the higher time frame direction. So ultimately, Trump getting in has been quite positive for the dollar. We expect that to continue, but there's so many other factors that we've got to start paying attention to as well. So when you look at the macro view and what's happening within the fundamentals and just the US economy as a whole, we had another we had FOMC, didn't we, as well on Wednesday as well, and another 25 base points were cut. So look, ultimately I haven't really seen Trump getting in as a massive change to the overall direction, because Trump winning has injected some volume into the marketplace, and for a day or so pushed price in one direction, but ultimately it hasn't changed the overall economic outlook of the dollar. There's still some momentum in the overall. If you look at the higher time frame, and just have a quick look at, say, my daily chart right now, we're looking at the higher time frame. Overall, and sorry, on EURUSD, overall the dollar was pushing bullish anyway. So it's one of them things that Trump getting in pushed the marketplace bullish, but it was already quite bullish. It was already quite bullish at that point anyway. So it's just continuing along a trend where the dollar is currently rising. We're reaching an area, a monthly area at the moment, which we might.
You're not sharing your screen yet, Chris.
No, I was not. I thought I was waiting for you. I thought you were sharing yours.
Okay, yeah. I'll share mine in a minute when you finish saying what you're saying.
Yeah, let me jump onto mine whilst you get yours sorted. So if we look at the dollar as it is at the moment, this is the weekly chart. Okay, the dollar is overall bullish. It's gaining strength, and it's gaining strength quite quickly as well. Now we are approaching an area where we could start to see some reversals from. But the overall direction right now is bullish. So if you're a smart trader and you want to trade in line with that momentum, then you're going to be taking longs on the dollar, which you'd obviously take the opposite if you were trading something like EURUSD, like me. So we're not saying that you can't take a sell on this pair. Wednesday onwards last week, after the election was bearish. We had the high of the week, and another good example of kind of the market analysis playing out. You have your accumulation on Monday, manipulation on Tuesday, and then obviously we get the distribution for the rest of the week. News really pushed that higher, and this is what I often think about news. Whatever the news is, elections may be a little bit different, but what I often think about the news moves is all they do is they just move price. So if I take the vase pattern and I take this section of price, okay, if we hadn't had the election, we'd probably have something like this. Okay, you still get ultimately the same sort of move on the markets, but it just moves it a little bit higher, a little bit quicker. It kind of puts the market out of place. It moves it into a position that it shouldn't be in. The overall momentum in the marketplace will typically be the same. So if we hadn't had that news event, we'd probably just done something like this. We'd probably just be a little bit higher right now. The news has just pushed it higher. That injects obviously institutional interest. People start selling from here because it's so high. We then get a pullback. We've then come and met into discount areas down here, and then we've started pushing back out of it. So it's nice and simple when this is actually good market conditions. I like seeing them like this. And for me right now, looking at the dollar, I'm just expecting higher prices. If I was taking a trade on a kind of a higher time frame trade right now, I'd be looking at this. I'd be saying, right, we're going to be moving up to that monthly area. We've just taken out last week's high on a Monday, so we might get a bit of a pullback potentially Tuesday, Wednesday. So I could see sort of maybe this sort of pattern happening to go into this zone, but ultimately my bias is still quite bullish, especially with we've got everything in line right now, right? So we've got the fundamentals. We know the dollar relatively strong at the moment. We know Trump coming in has strengthened the dollar further, and we've got bullish price action as well. So these are great market conditions if you are trading any related pairs.
Absolutely. I mean, the market conditions just a few months ago, last month or the previous month, because there was a lot of fear, anticipation, uncertainty in the markets. It wasn't really that clear, was it? But now, Trump's won, everything's clear, price action is back to normal, and I can just see beautiful patterns and liquidity being formed rather than just weird pullbacks and chopping it. So let's get in DAX, then that's fine.
How are you getting on with the DAX?
I've missed some orders, haven't been executed on a live trade yet.
Okay.
So I'll let you know. But I'm just kind of cherry picking, back tested. I'm not. Not there yet, but it does definitely work out.
Nice. So look, those of you in the comments, it'd be good to hear from you today. We want to hear how your week went last week. So jump in the comments, put your questions in there. Of course, if you have any questions, post any charts that you want us to analyze for you. This session is for you guys. So any questions or queries that you have, post in there. We've got about 40 of you on the live at the moment. So what we'd really like to hear is how well you did last week. So in the comments, you can either put, what should we put? P for profit, L for loss, or D for didn't trade. So P for profit, L for loss, or D for didn't trade. So how was your week last week? Just in the comments. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitter, just click on the comments box and just pop that in there. It really helps us, guys. It really helps us and helps our live stream grow. The more people that comment and interact with this. So if you are watching it, hit the like button, of course. If those of you are watching on Facebook or YouTube, hit the like for us, because the more likes that you give these streams, the more we can get this out to more people. The more you interact, the better we can do out of these. So, we really, really need your help growing this. So wherever you're watching, whether it's Twitter, whether it's YouTube at the moment, hit that like button if you can. That'd be amazing for us. And just jump in the comments. So if you made a profit, type a P. If you made a loss, type an L. And if you didn't trade, put a D. Chris Lynn jumping in, small profit. Yeah, Chris, I know Chris quite well, and Chris is just smashing at the moment. So he seems to make money like in any market conditions. So well done, Chris. Small P is an understatement with this guy. So yeah, well done, well done. Good to see you, man.
What do you trade, Chris? What's the strategy like? In the meantime, let me quickly show you. I'm not going to spend too long.
Yeah.
I'll be real quick.
Remember, guys, those of you watching, if you can do us a massive favor, hit the like button on the YouTube stream, hit the like button on the Twitter stream, hit the like button on Facebook stream, and just let us know how you got on last week. So P for profit, L for loss, and D for did not trade.
Okay, there we go. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can see.
So that was the market order, because that was the bet. We do a market order with a wide stop. So that got hit to that point of interest, wherever I got it from. My actual order on my account got missed. And that's it, really. And now I'm just waiting for the euro to bottom, but that's going to take a while until we can see a bit of a fake out towards this trend line that we can have here.
Yeah.
Obviously, since I won the bit, guys, what's the forfeit for Chris? I haven't forgot Chris. What's the forfeit? So everyone just mentioned a forfeit for Chris since he lost the bet. We're going to have to honor our bet and then, just make it sensible. And we'll take it from there.
What am I going to do? Well, that requires people to jump up in the comments. So let's see if this gets them.
Exactly.
If this gets them talking. Let's see.
Oh, nice. He's similar trader to you, Chris. Lovely, still learning. Fair enough, cool. But yeah, that's it for me. My days. I know I'm not trading this week, but doesn't euro look really nice?
So would you be looking for buys now? Would you?
No. The buys will come. Yeah, soon. The buys are going to be down here somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow. Interesting. We're most likely here somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see how I feel. I'll set an alert around this area and then potentially long the euro. Oh, what's this now? Oh, okay. Black Friday in like a week or two. I'm just waiting for that. I normally get the yearly subscription.
Yeah, same. Mine's just run out. My monthly's just run out, and I'm waiting for the Black Friday one as well.
Yeah.
Keeps giving the adverts. I'm like, I'm not having it.
I'm getting used to the whole advert popping thing. But yeah, that's it for me, really. I'm looking to long the euro. Wow, that looks really, really clean. I'm not going to lie to you. That long is going to be beautiful. Anyway, that's it for me.
Nice. So we need to find it. We need to find a trade. We need to find a trade this week for this week. What should we have a look at? Should we see if we've got anything? See, I was going to suggest we do something on Germany 40 or on the DAX, but I just think it's not in a great position at the moment.
Not ready yet.
Nah, not yet.
Okay, how about we do this? We each look for a quick 1 minute scalp, and we aim for 3R or a stop loss hit, any market.
Okay.
Using our concept, but on like the 1 minute time frame, 5 second time frame.
Okay, cool. So I think I've got one now, actually.
Awesome.
Share screen. So let's have a look. So where are my indicators gone? Right, let's have a look. Why can't I see my Asian range? Okay, I know why. Right, so if I'm looking at this then, and we are at 12:47, so I'm expecting a bit of a, what have we had here? A sweep. So I need a sweep. Okay, so if I was taking a trade right and then doing a quick scalp, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go there. All right, create limit order, market order. Just going to sell. Okay, cool. I'm in. There you go. Nice, easy trading. 370 loss. So it worked out. I didn't get a very good order on that one, did I? Awful position. Awful position. It's only paper trading as well. Why did that happen? Very naughty. So yeah, so look, from my analysis, nice and simple really. We're obviously very bearish at the moment. We're looking for price to continue pushing. In terms of where we are, we've got that profit level almost exactly at a weekly low as well. So we can mark that weekly low on. Weekly low. We've obviously been bearish all morning. I can't believe I got slipped on that on a paper trade as well. What's that about? Weird. Anyway, we are near enough in profit. Why did that do that? So if I do a market order on this, and we do stop loss, oops. It does. It slips you down. How weird. How weird for a market order. Anyway, so yeah, that would be the trade ultimately. If I was looking at trading anything, I've taken liquidity out already. I've started pushing down. We could, to be fair, we could be coming back into one of these areas. So for a quick scalp, you know, we'd probably want to be taking out some profit down here, ideally, if we can. But you know, we could come all the way down here potentially as well. So with that stop back up to there, let's see where we get to. DXY is looking very, very similar, as you can see. Just hoping for it to continue upwards, basically. So let's see where we end up. Right, I'm in my trade.
Okay, perfect.
You got one?
No, I'm just gonna reset it. By the way, guys, it's not financial advice. Do not follow these signals in case there's any heroes out there.
Definitely.
Okay, let me just move my screen over there. Euros, I agree with you, sure. Okay, let me go on DAX. Where is it now?
Yeah, Lawrence setting it for a B50. What's a B50?
Is a boomerang.
Okay.
Is it just a technical term? Okay. And so let me see. Daily. I'll still do my analysis real quick. It's a scope. So you know we do still want to see the time frame real quick. Right there. That's fine. Just get the Elliott waves popping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. H4. H4 is looking pretty decent. It's like it's engineer some equal loads. Break the structure then. Fair enough. Okay.
We've got a lot of room to move, haven't we, to the upside?
There's definitely a lot of room. Okay, so it looks like my target's going to be here, but that's the H1, so I'll take that back. Interesting. M5, okay then. M5, okay, so M5 looks bearish to me. To be fair, it's not that clean. There's an update. All right, I'm going to look to short it if I've got time. I think selling it is fine. Right there. Cool. Let's take it one step further. Let's go on a 5 second. Oh, it doesn't let me. Bloody hell.
No, you haven't got your account. You haven't got your pro account anymore.
Fair enough. All right, market order.
No seconds charts.
I'll quickly sell, visual order. Oh my days, how do you do this again?
Right click.
Right click.
Right click. Limit order.
Create limit order. There we go.
Yeah.
What's this? Oh, it probably doesn't let you on DAX.
Is it not?
I don't think so.
What is it? Paper trading.
Paper trading, is it there?
Yeah, top, isn't it?
Paper trading where?
In the little bar at the bottom. Next.
I can just see
paper trading, that's where it says trade. Replay trading panel. Oh yeah, yours is gone. Why is yours gone?
It's probably because it's indices. But anyway, I'll take this mentally on a market order then. So that would be my trade. So yeah, cool. That's my trade then.
Yeah, let me do it on mine. That's weird. Why wouldn't it let you do it on yours?
Weird one. Anyway,
You're in.
Yeah, I'm in profit.
Nice. That's it. 2 trades in. See if we can get get some profit out before the end of the session. So we've got 40 minutes. We're just going to close this at the end of the session then.
Yeah.
Just going to close. Okay, cool. Close. I'm currently in 129 profit.
129 profit.
Yeah, although I feel like I got screwed over on my entry a little bit. I feel like let me just jump in. I think I got screwed over on my entry a little bit.
Yeah, yours is nice.
Right, because I entered here where the arrow is, and it took me in like here, like added in a load of commissions and like spread and stuff, which is mental. It's supposed to be paper trading. Yeah. Maybe it's trying to simulate it. Chris has asked, "What's a B50?" Diego, you'll have to explain.
Yeah, a B50 is essentially a boomerang pattern. So, for example, a boomerang is this shape. So what I look at is Elliott waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I get a boomerang. Obviously, it comes back into the pattern, and my entry is somewhere up here based off the liquidity information on the left. So it's called a boomerang 50. The 50 is because of the mid-range of something on the left and also within this pattern. And the boomerang is just the name of the strategy, just a boomerang. That's what it is. But the entry is normally up here somewhere. So this is not really a B50. Probably is on the 5-second chart, but it won't allow me.
Just let go.
If that
come on. I'm in.
Yeah, it's not the BLT concept that knows it.
I'm in here. I'm in.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
Look at that. Beautiful little move. Lovely little scalp.
Yeah.
I might go to break even now just to keep us trade safe.
Lovely.
Keep the trade safe, just see where we end up. I don't know how people scalp on a regular basis. It must be so stressful.
Oh, for real, I know. There's people that take 10, 20 trades.
I know.
You know.
So what's the plan for you then this week then? So are you trading like normal now? Are you changing the way you trade? Has the election impacted you in any way?
Me personally, I want to get back into trading this week once I get this COVID thing out of the way, because I don't like trading when I'm like got this massive brain fog. But the price action everywhere looks really, really nice. I haven't really done my full top-down analysis since the last it's been a long time, a few weeks.
Yeah.
But the market conditions, they look really, really good, to be fair.
Yeah, agreed.
So I'm definitely looking to trade. I intentionally took October off from trading anyway because the market conditions were terrible.
Yeah.
So, and I was just waiting for the elections, and now the price action is clear, so I'm going to start trading. A few weeks in November, a few weeks into maybe December, and in January back at it again. So yeah, that's my plan.
Nice.
How about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, I don't really see much difference really. It's just that the elections happened, it's been and gone. It's had its impact in the marketplace, and the market's just continued to do what it is. I think in the grand scheme of things, the markets are much bigger than a presidential election. There's more important people making money in the marketplaces ultimately. Yeah. So it's just one of those things. It's just it's a bump in the road. We've had some liquidity. If anything, it's just confirmed the direction of the dollar rather than taking anything away. So yeah, I'm not really that fussed by it. It just, like I said, it is what it is. I'm gonna get break even here. I can feel it. I feel like my break even point should be there really, because that's actually where I got into the end.
Yeah. It's a paper trade, so in theory, you should be in profit. I just checked mine hit stop loss.
Did it already?
Yeah, that was a quick one.
Ah, you're out, mate. You're out. See you later.
It's not a B50. It's just a Elliott Wave free entry.
Would you get a re-entry up there though?
Maybe, but I need to understand. I need to do like a top-down analysis on this chart.
Yeah.
So there may be like a pattern forming here. Hold on. No, that's not really valid. But anyway, that's hit stop. So I mean, there could be a duck trade here if we get a break of structure somewhere and then catch a retest.
Welcome,
anyway.
Troy. Good to have you, dude. Good to see you, man. Hope you're well.
Okay.
Lawrence says there's a big problem on the DAX, apparently, using the M15.
Okay. I kind of just rushed it. I haven't done the top down.
What's the problem? What's the problem, Lawrence? Stop being so elusive with us. Tell us what the problem is.
There's a big pattern on DAX using the M15.
Oh, a bigger pattern. I thought it was a bigger problem.
Oh, you read it? Yeah, you read it quick. Your brain picked us up.
Yeah, bigger pattern. It's a bigger pattern.
I know what happens there. Let me check it out.
Guys, we've had very few people tell us how they got on last week. So I want you, if you are watching this, 2 things that we need from you. Firstly, please like the video for us. So you're on the stream, hit that like button. It helps us massively grow and get this out to more people. So please, if you're watching this now, hit that like button, and that will help us, get out to other people. Firstly, secondly, the more you interact in these sessions, the better it is for us. So how you got on last week. So you're either going to put a P in the comments if you made profit. You're going to put an L in the comments if you had a loss or you had a losing week, and you're going to put a D in the comments if you did not trade. Again, the more you interact with our stream on these lives, the more people we can get to. YouTube and Twitter and all the other platforms that we stream this on will push it out to more people, the more people that interact with it. So please, if you are watching this, hit that like button. We'd really, really appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. And also, if anyone has any questions on the stream, just drop them. Drop them down.
Definitely. Yeah, we're moving towards profit now. Hopefully, if we keep pushing down, we've got a bit of a liquidity level to the left though, so we might see some sort of resistance. This is never. I mean, I would never take this trade in real conditions. It's so low down. It makes sense. It's the only trade that's really available. But for me, the trade would have been up here. I think that was 10:30. Pullback there, 10:30. Classic 10:30 pullback rejection. That would have been my trade if I was trading today. Something like that.
Yeah, gotcha.
That would be a lovely little position. But yeah, I saw this morning. I saw the big dollar move this morning. And I looked at it and thought, you know what, I'm not going to try and jump into it. It had moved so far. By the time I got to the charts at like 8 o'clock, it had moved all this way. So I was like not keen on jumping in on that. It makes it more difficult to trade. It has obviously, as you can see, just continued on going, which is great. But for me, it was a case of being a bit more savvy with it. There's a bit of a pullback here that you could have got in on, to be fair, but hey, it's one of them things. I'm not going to catch every trade, right?
Absolutely.
That's it. So what's everyone trading this week then? So talk us through what pairs you're looking at, what trades that you are looking at. If you want us to do any analysis as well on your pairs as well. So if you want our outlook on these trades, should you tell me what we could do? Should we have a look at Bitcoin? Hey, Trade Zone, welcome, dude. Glad to have you.
Bitcoin, we can definitely cover that. Also, just before we forget, we do have a free trial for any traders looking to trade our trading accounts. It's free on the dashboard. It's live on the dashboard now. So we do have a free trial for anyone.
Nice. And how do they get access to that?
They can go on the dashboard.
So that'll be logging into the City Traders Imperium website, yeah?
Yeah, and then that's it. And there'll be there's a free trial for anyone looking to, test the CTI platform.
Nice. Yeah. So for those of you, and so that is it a free trial using the new match trade?
I believe so, but I think it's overall.
I think it's overall.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's have a look. So what? I've got an account. Should we log into an account and see if we can get it set up this side?
Yeah, oh, nice. That'd be nice.
Oh, look at it. Beautiful.
Yeah.
There. So close. So close. Right, I'm going to go into actual break even now, and then we can come back and check in on that. So let's just open. I'll take my screen off quickly just whilst I'm logging in. Let's just open City Traders, Imperium. Let's go and log in. Start now. Free trial. Okay, cool. So free trial. Just see what happens. Right, share my screen.
Nice.
Just logged in. Right, I've got to get a code. The code's come through. Come on. Right, here we go. Right, so let's log in 071. Right, I'm in. Oh, it's got my address on. That's good, isn't it? Right, so we want to go. Start challenge. Free trial. Okay, free trial, 100K. Platform 5. So what's that? Is that different then? What is platform 5 then?
That must be just rephrasing for MT5, I would assume.
5. Okay, cool. So, do I have a coupon code? No. Select my wallet. Get funded now. Right, 100K account, ready to go.
Nice.
So that's simple, guys. So this will allow you then to basically simulate the conditions of the prop firm account effectively. So you can, I use this with my students, for example. We use this to kind of trial the prop firm challenge effectively. So making sure that a trader is ready to go through. Yeah. So look, you've got.
There we go. That was nice.
Yeah. So this is your dashboard. So I'm assuming we're going to have some login details somewhere. Yeah. So it's MT5 demo here. MT5 demo. So we have some login credentials over here that you can then log into. And let's have a quick look then. So there's a profit target of 5 grand as well. So very, very similar to other trials that you've seen elsewhere. So max stop out is 90K. So you've got 10% drawdown. You've got your max daily drawdown will be, I would have thought 4 or 5%. Max daily stop out, yeah, 4 or 5%. So this will allow you to basically simulate those conditions.
And the only thing is you've got a week, or was that 7 days to test the account up? So registration up until the expiry date.
Okay. So is it 7 days maximum, is it? Or is that 7 trading days?
Maximum minimum time limit.
Maximum time limit, yeah. So expiry date 18th of November. Yeah, so you get a week basically. You get a week with the account to effectively trial it. Okay. It's
normally 1 or 2 weeks when you're
doing if you're thinking of going for a prop firm evaluation or thinking of signing up for an account, then you can do this before you ultimately get a live account for real, right? So Chris, trading EU, good. Observing DAX for a new pair. You're getting your testing done. Good lad, love that. Right, Trade Zone FX wants us to do some analysis on EURUSD. So shall I jump on and I'll do some analysis my side, and then Diego, you can do some Euro analysis as well, and we can see if our outlooks match up.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. So. I just had to stage. Okay, cool. So we've had a bit of a pullback now. So now we've had New York session open. This little pullback, I love little trades like this, by the way. This is for me, is just, that's my trap now. So that is, we've got bearish market conditions. We've now had a pullback from here. This now is a trap. So this is a clear liquidity move. This is a clear false move to simulate reversals. And what happens is people start buying from here, and you'll see pretty quickly that this trap zone is likely to be tagged or broken. It can sometimes cause reversals. That can happen, absolutely. But typically, these are false moves to then trap in early buyers before the market has actually shifted. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll come back to that. Let's look at EURUSD.
What's your moves? What's your what would make it a trap? Is it just an order block or whatever that is?
Yeah. So what I'm
looking at the downtrend, or what? Why would that be a trap and not an actual main reversal?
So I'm looking for an opposing move in the direction of, in the wrong direction. So for me, I'm looking at this daily bias, and we very clearly have bearish market conditions.
Yeah.
So for the market to reverse on one single push like this is very, very unlikely. Now, that's not saying it cannot happen, but what I would wait for before my reversal is fixed is I'd wait for a second push. And then I've got clear confirmation that the market has ultimately reversed. I have that first push, what I would call a false breaker structure. So whereas where I trade slightly differently to everyone else, what a lot of people do is they're constantly expecting the market to reverse. So, they look at moves like this, they look at that, they class that as their change of character, okay, or their breaker market structure, and then they set a zone here, okay, and then they start trying to buy from there. Okay, or that's probably the last down move. You can see that little reaction here. That's just buying pressure. That is, early buyers coming into the marketplace and getting trapped out. So for me, whenever I see moves like this, I mark them on as traps. That's my first and foremost, because it's more likely to be a trap than it is to be a reversal zone. That's what my testing shows me ultimately. And if you look in any kind of bearish trending markets or bullish trending markets, you'll find them all the time. Just look for significant moves that are opposing the market momentum. So this is a significant move. It's opposed the market momentum. It's taken out some internal liquidity, then taken out some external liquidity, and then prices come down, started to retest, small little rejection, and obviously it's blown through. So my testing shows me that typically these are just trap zones. And so I would expect them to be a trap zone more than a reversal zone. Just like anything, they can also be reversal zones. That can happen at any stage as well. But what will happen if it is a reversal zone, it's very similar to there was a position, I think, on EURUSD last week.
Chris is saying, is it a trap in London at 8:35 also?
Here, yeah, so that's another one there. Okay, so whenever you've got, so the momentum of this marketplace is clearly bearish because you have clear bearish market structure and order flow. Okay, what we're expecting then is we're expecting price to continue bearish. So when you have these moves like this, and you've got another one over here, okay, they are just false moves to trick people into getting into the marketplace in the wrong direction. The institution is effectively buying the market back up, understanding that people will then expect to buy the market. They're buying the market back up and closing their buy positions here. The reason why the institutions are buying the market back up is because they are wanting price to be higher so they can sell at a better price. That's why they're buying back up. But what the dumb traders do is they expect these zones to then hold, because every man and his dog typically will expect these zones to be reversal zones, because if the market's bearish, then it must reverse, when actually the smart play is for the market to not reverse. So whenever I see these zones and mark them on, I mark them on as traps, and you can see every single one of them would have, and this one's just gone as well, look, and we did that one live.
Yeah,
that trap has now been blown. Okay, so for me, it's a really clear opposing move. So when I have it and I see zones like this where everyone else is expecting the market to reverse on us, I'm just expecting the market to break through that, so I can then use areas like this to enter into trades. So for me, I would have had a trade here, which would be 1140. I wouldn't have traded that one because of the time of the day. This one I would have traded here, so that one I marked that on, false breaker structure, FBOS. So false breaker structure, okay. That then gives me a trap down here, and then it gives me a really nice target. So I can enter into a position like this, and then I can hold down first profit off there, final profit off there. Those would be my two targets. That's kind of how I like to trade them. This one, as you can see, is held as well. So, it's just really good. It's often a flip for people. A lot of people are expecting reversals and constantly trying to change reversals, and it's something like what my guys about all the time is like, don't chase the reversal, just trade in line with wherever the market is headed. The market's showing you bearish structure, and you have a move like this, the likelihood is that you can sell into that area, and it actually makes trading a lot easier then, because you can sell into these zones rather than trying to trade out of them. Now, if the market is going to reverse, it will do something like this. It will have that initial push, then it will come back and retest it, and then it will have a second push, which will then give you a true breaker structure, and then it will continue making bullish structures. okay, then you've actually had a shift in market structure. Then you've actually had reason to go long. But it's that second break that very few people wait for that signals you trade. So here's a good example. Okay, so it's a lower time frame move. Okay, but look at this one here. You've had your initial push, you've come back, price is held, then you had your second push. So you could then trade something like this. You definitely have validation to trade something like this. You have to understand that you are still counter trend, and this could just be a lower time or what I would class as a complex pullback. You would probably draw on something like this, Diego. So you've got your channel there, right? Something like that.
Yeah. Keep going. To that little wick on the left.
That one there.
That one there. There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Then you got your boomerang right there.
Yeah. So you be trading like that.
Yeah. Spot on.
Let me just move that over here. Okay. So whereas you can't catch this as one of your patterns, I would catch this as what I would call a complex pullback. But you have got bullish structure in here, which would then give you an inkling that you're probably going to go higher. You have to just understand that until the higher time frame structure, which is something like this, changes, okay, you are still overall bearish. And this is why sometimes people get lost in like the multi-time frame analysis. There's another one, actually there's another one here already. So really simple. You draw on initial push, false breaker structure, second push. Once I've had that second push, I can now start looking for buys. So I can now start looking for buys on my lower time frame, and I've got a target now here to the left. It still might reverse me, which it has done because the market is overall bearish, and that's cool. We're okay with that because we've taken some profit out. But I think people really overcomplicate markets. And the other thing that you've got to factor in as well is that you need to use multiple time frames. This is where you use, so I'll use my 4-hour time frame to give me direction. I'm looking at my 4-hour time frame and saying, right, well, my momentum here is clearly bearish, or clear bearish structure. So once I reach these areas like this, I can then start looking for shifts in structure, which I get here. Okay, I don't know if you can see it clearly, but let me show you. Okay, I'm then waiting for shifts in structure, which I get here. Okay, and then I can start looking for those same patterns, but now to go short because I'm using my higher time frame structure, and therefore I'm more likely to get a winning trade out of here. So I've got a 4-hour structure. I've had bullish price action coming into an area I'm expecting a reversal from, and then when I get that shift bearish, that's when I then start looking for shorts. That's how I get into my trades, and that's how I keep myself on the right side of the marketplaces typically. So yeah, anyway, right. Outlook on EURUSD. Do you want to do yours first, or shall I have a quick? I mean, look, mine's really simple. So for me, I'm looking at the dollar. I'm looking at where we are in terms of price at the moment, and it's a really simple case. I'm just going to keep pushing bearish. Looking at my 4-hour ranges, I would expect a pullback. Hopefully, we're going to get this profit out before the end of the session today. I would expect a pullback. So we've had a big extension. That extension, though, I can move it down to here. So I quite like using measured moves. So understanding where the previous move is, where the previous move might go. So I've got a feeling we might continue pushing down here for a little bit longer. Maybe take out some of this liquidity down here to the left. So we've got a liquidity point down here. I'm assuming that's going to be a monthly level, is it? Yeah, so we've got a monthly level there. So that's probably my next target on the dollar. So mine's nice and simple. Next target on the dollar would be that monthly level down here. That's within that measured move as well. That would make sense. And ultimately, profit just hit on that trade as well. Lovely.
Nice.
Just hit. Okay. So yeah, so for me, loads of room to move. I'll be waiting for pullbacks now, so I wouldn't be trading any of this. It's really tempting when you see big moves like this to be like, right, well, I need to jump into the marketplace now straight away. This is the worst time to get into the marketplace. This is the worst time. You need some sort of pullback into some sort of liquidity to then sell off. Okay, be patient with your entries, guys. This is now a terrible time to trade. But overall, my market momentum is bearish, so I'm going to keep trading it bearish. Tuesday, Wednesday, I might get a pullback, so we might have a bit more of a push, and then we get a pullback Tuesday, Wednesday, grab some higher liquidity, and then we get a sell off for the rest of the week. That's kind of my expectation for this week, anyway. I don't know if yours is any different, Diego.
Yeah, like I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, I'm looking at the monthly low to get taken out. There's a little boomerang, massive pattern. I'll show you in a minute more detail. Chris is saying SMF. Don't know, maybe that's one of your lingos.
Strong money Forex, baby. Strong money Forex, yeah.
And also, I think Trainzone asked you if you've got a specific time from that you execute the trade.
Yeah, 1 minute all day long, baby. 1 minute. So I'm looking for my entries 1 minute. So I am a big advocate for multi-time frame analysis. So I will take my direction off the daily and the 4 hour. That's what I want to be trading in line with. So whatever my daily and my 4 hour is showing me. So if I've got a previous day's candle that is bullish and I've got a 4 hour range that is bullish, then I'm looking for buys. I try to, unless I'm in a particularly big range where I've got loads of room to pull back in, I try to avoid counter trend trading if I can these days, just because it's an easier way to get stopped out. Simple as that. You've got less room for the trade to move, firstly, and it's a much easier way to get stopped out. So I personally will be looking for momentum-based trades specifically, and then once I've got a pullback, and I'll take out some sort of internal liquidity. So it's probably easy if I just show you. So if I'm looking at in this section of price is a good example. Okay, so if I'm looking at my previous days, okay, very clearly let me just jump onto GU so it's a little bit tidier. Okay, so very clearly on GU, I've got, previous day's candle is bearish. Okay, so that's a bearish candle from the previous day. Have a look at my 4 hour time frame. Well, I'm now in a 4 hour range like that, so that's all good. Jump down to my 15-minute time frame. I'm now looking for a liquidity move on the 15-minute. So for me now, I'm looking for a liquidity move. So as an example, that would be a liquidity move. So it's a pullback, taking out some buy-side liquidity. And I'm jumping right down to my lower time frame. I'm looking for my entry model, which we call the MSU. And then I enter my trade like this, off the engulfing, stop above the high. First profit target would be 2R or wherever the liquidity to the left takes me to. And the final profit target is the external liquidity level down here. So I'm going TP1 here, TP1 here, and then TP2 down here. Okay. And that is, I mean, look, that would have been a lovely trade today. I don't trade GU, I just use it as a confluence, but that would have been a lovely trade today. Off the back of, I mean, it's overnight trade, so I probably wouldn't have got into it until the morning. So I probably would have missed that one because that is an Asia range play, but that is literally the setup that I take on a day-to-day basis. And a big advocate for the multi-time frame. So using my higher time frame to give me direction, then using internal liquidity to sweep the opposing side to then inject liquidity into my trade. Then I'm using my 1 minute time frame to get my entry, which is here, which again is another liquidity move. And then I'm selling off from there. And it's nice, easy, simple trading, lots of safety. You sometimes have to wait a little bit for trades to appear. When you do get all of those stars aligning, as I call them, then the trades play out really, really nicely.
Awesome, yeah, that makes sense. And Trader was just saying, thanks a lot. You open his eyes.
Love it.
He's taking a lot of counter trades, which wasn't helping him. Just
don't bother. Just don't bother. You don't need them in your life. You do not need counter trend plays in your life. You're already acknowledging the fact that this trade is less likely to play out. You're literally saying, I am going to swim against the current. I'm going to drive down the wrong side of the motorway. That's what you're doing, right? You're asking to be smashed into, okay? And by smashed into, you're gonna have your stop loss hit. So you're acknowledging it. It's when people come to me and be like, oh, I've got A grade trades and B grade trades. I'm like, why? Why would you ever have a B grade trade? Why would you ever actively acknowledge the fact that you're taking a trade that is less likely to play out? And I had that realization about a year or two ago when I was like, why have I got A and B? Just take A, cut out the B, because the B's are rubbish. That's why they're B grade trades, right? So yeah, it's a good little filter trade zone. Stop trading counter trend. Just see what your results are like. Come back on next week, Monday, this sort of time next week. Come back on and let us know how much better your trading was this week if you just trade with the trend, with the momentum.
That's it. Okie dokie.
Right, your turn, Diego. EU analysis, please, sir.
EU as well, yeah.
If you haven't done so already, can you please hit the like button on the video? If you're watching on Twitter, if you're watching on YouTube, just whack that like button for us. It really helps us grow and get this in front of more people. The more you guys interact on these sessions, post comments, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, the more we can share this with other people as well. So we really, really appreciate it.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So regarding EURUSD, I'll be looking at the current price action based off the last year, more or less, with this current pattern. Yes, this is a massive weekly pattern, but I'm not paying attention to that since the price action for me is actually happening right here.
So what I was going to say, what do you do in that situation then? So let's say price doesn't reach number 4 and it just continues pushing down from here. What do you do in that situation? Are you just looking solely for smaller patterns then to kind of trade with?
If it doesn't come up here.
Yeah. What if it just drops from here all the way down to the bottom trend line? What do you do in that situation?
That's very, very unlikely.
Okay.
That's like, how can I explain it? It's very unlikely. I'll have to, it's like saying, imagine there's an Asian range, right? Just imagine there's Asia, for example, here. And in London, there's like crazy bullish momentum. What's the likelihood of this basically dropping from here after really, really strong bullish momentum? It's very unlikely, isn't it? Right, but what I'll do in that situation, so I would need to, I'll just wait. I'll need to put all the puzzles together first.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, for it to just drop from here, I would still, I'll need to do all the patterns. So let me just do the patterns rather than trying to explain it. It's just a lot easier. So if I've got, let's say this pattern that we have here, hold on. Okay, hold on.
Excuse me.
All right.
Yo, I feel like I'm getting poorly at the moment. a little bit, just feels like it's creeping in.
Oh gosh, good luck with that. Okay, so it looks like this is going to be too flat. It's going to be an invalid pattern, perhaps. Yeah, invalid. So there's nothing there.
So you won't have that wedge formation then. It has to be, or is it too flat?
It's too flat. There's nothing else that I can do. So there's no. This is going to be too wide.
Okay.
This is going to be too wide. So it has to be a wedge.
Yeah.
This will be too wide as well.
Yeah.
As you can see, if I was to connect that.
Yeah.
And this one over here is going to be too flat. It's invalid because it's going to be invalid. So there's nothing.
It can't be flat.
Can't be flat. Yeah, exactly. It can't be flat. Both angles have to be going in the same direction. So if this is a ascending trend line.
Yeah.
Then the other one also has to be ascending. So it can't be flat and it can't be the opposite direction of the trend line. So there's nothing there from what I can see. So I'm expecting EW4 to get hit, right? Obviously, all the SMC points of interest, I don't pay attention to it until the pattern's complete or at least there's a clear pattern. So for me, I can currently see this playing out. Hold on. There we go. So now this is clean.
Yeah.
That's clean. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Overall, the euro is overall bullish. So right now, yes, it's dropping, but I'm expecting a major reversal to complete the larger time frame pattern. So regarding A-star setups, overall it's bullish because EW4 is not complete yet. We're still in an EW3 leg. So if I'm looking at any liquidity concepts, I'll be bullish bias essentially. So if we're looking at, I don't know, EW3 roughly over here, then obviously we have a break of structure there, and I only need one. If there is a setup there, it'll be from the point of interest from there, or any angles from here, right?
Yeah.
Any angles from there. And from what I can see, this is the correct one. That's a valid angle.
Yeah.
This is going to be too wide.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the other side to it is the bottom trend line, which should be this one here.
Yeah.
But now you can see that it's becoming to expanding.
Yeah.
So it's invalid. This takes time to sort of teach, but I'm just kind of giving you an idea. I'll also use the bodies are fine, because that's going to be a H1 pattern anyway. there's a bit of a structure there. So this is a valid pattern, or maybe it's not. And
why wouldn't you take that high to the left?
Because it's going to be too flat.
Oh, okay. Okay,
right? So
yeah.
it's not valid. So roughly, yeah, this would be it will be a valid pattern, but it's not a pattern that I'll personally trade because it's not a clear wedge. It's more like a parallel channel in a way.
Yeah.
But again, I'm still trading the Elliott wave. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
And again, there's a liquidity grab over here. And I'll use, some fib extensions or a breaker structure on the lower time frames to get that point of interest.
Okay.
So it'll be roughly, the trade will be roughly from there. Anyway, that's as an example of a low. The current price action, definitely bearish. Where it's going to reverse to, it's going to be roughly from, hold on. Let's actually just tidy this up quick. Zoom out. Okay, so we've got a tap of the trend line here, 1. We've got a tap of the trend line here.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. You tap the trend line right here. So just to give you an idea, do a fib from here, clone it, and this is where it should not go past. Right, so this is a stop loss. Finding the entry, there's more mechanics that go behind it, but that's a bit complex to go into that for now.
Yeah.
So this is an area where it should not go past. Now, if I zoom out, you can see that the liquidity, this is what I'm aiming for.
Yeah, same with me.
Basically, yeah. So that's exactly what I'm aiming for as well.
And that pattern that you draw is still valid, is it? Up until the point that that's hit?
Yep. And then to find the entry, I'll be using strictly the H1, depending on everything else that I can't use because I don't have all my indicators on.
Yeah.
But it'll be roughly from, it'll probably be like a 12 pit stop more or less.
Yeah.
And I'll just aim for like a 4R.
Yeah.
And that's it. And even if I do catch this reverse and it reverses to the T or whatever, I'm just hitting 4R on the way up. Applying everything, but on the way up. But this time it's with the trend of everything. Right? So that's essentially it. Now, in terms of trades on the way down, I see so many. Like even this one that we took last week, that was a point of interest right there.
Yeah.
Nice little gap on the left. And if you applied the fib extension concept, 1, 2, 3, 4, when it touches the trend line, you can see it shouldn't pass that 50% mark.
Yeah, makes
so
sense.
Entry, if you can try and reverse engineer it, you can use whatever. You can use an M1 breaker structure there, etc., or use a point of interest on the left. And there's actually there's a trader anywhere. I'm sure there's probably a trader somewhere. Same thing. First breaker structure was approximately right there. And then we've got this as the nearest high. And then I don't know if we'll get hit. 2 pips. 1, 2. And then 2 pips from that side. And then there's the trade.
Nice.
This is called a B123. I know Lawrence likes that one. That's a 4 pit stop. And then a fixed 4R. But obviously this is a messy trade. I don't know why it ranged this much, but very messy trade.
Did the job though.
Yeah. So that little concept, I'm expecting what I just showed you there. I'm expecting it to happen roughly there. So we do get, some breaker structure somewhere.
Yeah.
Or breaker structure, retest, and a nice tap stop.
Yeah. Nice.
I won't need to wait because I've tested the 2 breaks of structures like you do, but because of the point of interest and after the Elliott waves, I can more or less anticipate the first area.
Yeah.
So I reverse engineered it so much to the point where I used to have plan A, plan B, plan C, and I had to just knocking it down, and now I just know exactly where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
And if it hits my stop loss, normally it just completely crashes and destroys all the setups.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it really.
Nice. Well, we're out of time, unfortunately. So look, thank you guys, all of you tuned in today. It's been great to see you. Thank you to Trade Zone, Chris Lynn, Lawrence. Yeah, it's nice to see some new faces in here as well. Facebook user, so we didn't get around to your question. We start these sessions at 12:30, so an hour earlier every day if you want to jump on. We don't use Jordan Belfort's strategy, but we'd be happy to discuss that next week. If you come join us same time next week, 12:30, an hour earlier, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. If you're not doing so already, please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Of course, hit that like button as well. Please, everybody watching right now, if you can please hit that like button for us. It really helps us grow and develop this trading podcast. And the more interaction you guys give us, then the bigger and better we can make it. But Diego, good to see you, my dude.
You too.
Wishing you a good and profitable week.
Yeah. Likewise. I'm not sure if I'll trade. Depends how I recover, but Euro looks too sweet to ignore, to be fair.
Let's see what we get then. Take it easy, dude. See you next week.
Yeah, nice one, Chris. Take care. Nice one.
All right.
Nice one. Bye-bye.